And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see,
E aí, descobriu o erro? Bem, coisas estranhas acontecem com os adjetivos em inglês. Você já parou para pensar, por exemplo, por que em português você fala hotel 5 estrelas, mas em inglês se fala 5-star hotel? Ué, cadê o S que estava aqui? Neste vídeo vou explicar para vocês por que isso acontece. O segredo aqui é olhar bem para a frase e perceber qual posição que cada elemento está ocupando. Dependendo disso, você vai saber se pode ou não usar o plural. Bora para inglês? So, today we're going to be looking at numbered adjectives and the different places, positions in the sentence that they can come. The most common place that you're going to see an adjective in English is after a verb. Verbs that connect a subject to an adjective are called linking verbs, and the most famous linking verb in English is the verb to be. Let me give you 3 examples. I am 34 years old. I weigh 72 kilos. I am 1 meter 79 centimeters tall. So there we have the verb to be connecting my weight, my height, my age to me, the subject. Now, the second place where you might see an adjective is before a noun. And what we can do is we can take these numbered adjectives and we can pick them up and move them behind the main noun. And when we do this, we create something called a compound adjective. What is a compound adjective? It's a group of words together that form one idea. This idea is obviously a quality, an adjective to a main noun. Let me give you a simple example. My daughter is 9 years old. Now, what we have here is my daughter is the subject, is as the verb, and the adjective 9 years old. Now, what we can do is we can take the 3 words 9 years old and we can move them back behind the main noun, which is daughter. And by doing so, we create this compound adjective. When we do this, we then need to turn the plural years into just the singular year. So it becomes my 9-year-old daughter instead of my 9 years old daughter. And by doing this, it allows us to add more information. So my 9-year-old daughter speaks 3 languages. Now pay attention, the compound adjective needs also to have hyphens between all the words, so we create this compound form. So let's give you one more simple example. The pharmacy opens 24 hours a day, and we can take the adjective 24 hours a day and move it back behind the main noun. So the sentence becomes 24-hour pharmacy. There is a 24-hour pharmacy next to my house. Let's think of some places where we might see these compound adjectives. For example, a newspaper. A newspaper uses these in the headlines, these compound adjectives, because they allow you to convey a lot of information very quickly. Let me have a read here. We've got Florida man arrested for punching 80-year-old in restaurant. So we know that the man punched a man who was 80 years old. Let's have another look. Number 2, girl survives 17th floor fall from her apartment. So we know that a girl fell from her apartment and she fell 17 floors. And 400-pound gorilla escapes and bites his zookeeper. So we know that a 400-kilo gorilla, a gorilla that weighs 400 pounds, 180 kilos, escaped from his pen and bit a zookeeper. So that's one place where you might see them. Finally, let's finish the video then by looking at another situation where we might use these compound adjectives, which is describing things. So for this, we're going to be looking at postcards of Rio. Postcards of Rio. And for this, let's look at different places in Rio and ways we can describe them using compound adjectives. So the first one is the Copacabana Palace, which is a 5-star, 90-year-old, 8-story hotel. And what I mean by that is that the hotel is 90 years old, it has 8 floors, we have to use the word stories here, and it has 5 stars. Postcode number 2 is Rio's Botanical Gardens, which is a 140 hectare park with a 750 meter line of 134 palm trees known as the Royal Palm Avenue. Again, a much longer sentence would be the park is 140 hectares and there is a line of trees which is 750 meters long and there are 134 palms there. So, by using the compound adjective, we get to reduce the size of our sentence. Postcode number 3 is Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas, which has a 7.2 kilometer path around the outside, which is fantastic for cycling around. A longer way to explain it would be Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas has a path that is 7.2 kilometers in length and it is excellent for cycling around. Postcode number 4 is Christ the Redeemer, which is a 30-meter tall Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ. Again, a longer sentence would be, it is an Art Deco statue of Jesus Christ. It is 130 meters tall. And from that viewing platform, you have a 360-degree view of the city, not a 360 degrees view. Last but not least is a postcard of Paquetá, which is a 70-minute boat ride from the center of Rio. Again, a longer version would be that it takes 70 minutes to get to Paquetá by boat. Bem, espero muito que esse vídeo tenha sido útil para vocês e lembre-se que ali embaixo você encontra o link para download o PDF complementar deste vídeo. Falou!